Right, we're here, everybody. We are here. We are joined by that man, Rywokk. I'm
Yeah.
currently sat on the beach. I'm not really. It's just nobody needs to just see the really tatty background I've got, so I put the green screen on. So yes, we were joined by that man, Rywokk. So tell us a bit about yourself, Ry. Tell us a bit about yourself.
I'm Rywokk, and all I do is play Destiny 2. That's it. That's me. No, I've been streaming for 2 years almost on Twitch. 2 years next month on Twitch. I did start on Facebook gaming, and
really?
if anyone's thinking about going to Facebook gaming, don't do it. Don't do that. Just don't even think about it. I started on Facebook gaming in 2018, and I was on and off, and then I just it basically got to the point where I almost stopped streaming.
Yeah.
And then I thought, actually, I'll try out Twitch, see how it goes. The rest is history, really.
Yeah. Why Facebook gaming? Why did you start on that?
Because I don't know, like I wanted to try out streaming anyway.
Yeah.
And someone I know said, "Oh, Facebook's the next big thing. Do it." Okay, I'll give it a go. And it's too easy. Like, I wouldn't say it's too easy.
So many we can get.
You can pretty much share your stream any way you want.
Yeah.
But if you do it too much, then you're going to get called out on it and pretty much banned. And it's like, well, hang on, you're trying to tell us to try and reach other people, but then you're going to ban us.
So they say you can share it anywhere, but then limit the cap on where you can share it.
Limit where and how many times you can share it. And then they artificially boosted your reach. And if you didn't pay them money, then they plummeted your reach into the ground.
Oh.
Like, wow, okay. Fair enough. So I just,
Facebook gaming. I've never even tried it. I've never honestly
don't do it.
never tried it. I think I started on Twitch and I was like, I think I did like little, do you know when you could do this sort of multi-stream where you could stream on two separate platforms? I did YouTube and Twitch for like 2 days and then I was like, YouTube's wank. I'm gonna go on to Twitch and just stuck with Twitch. I never even thought about Facebook gaming, to be honest. It was never one of those things.
I think when I was on Facebook, I was sort of in between Facebook and Mixer at the same time, trying to do restream.
Yeah.
I really couldn't get on with Mixer.
Mixer I did through the Xbox because obviously it was one of those things that was just already built into the Xbox. But I think I streamed like Assassin's Creed once, like in 2017 or something like that. And I was like, let's just not.
Yeah. And then one day, actually, Barbie was one of them, and someone else I know, Nat Solo. They just said, "Come to Twitch." I mean, Barbie was telling me, I don't know how long he was telling me to go to Twitch anyway. Like it was a good few months. He was like, "Just go to Twitch," and I just, yeah, whatever.
Because you've known Barbie for a while, haven't you?
Yeah, through Destiny.
Yeah.
But the one reason I didn't come to Twitch straight away is because I'd heard that it was just a very toxic platform.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm just gonna, pick a wide berth on that one and completely stay away from it. And then I came on Twitch. Within a month, I'd hit affiliate. I was like, okay, this is actually really fun. And whilst I couldn't share my stream places, apart from maybe Twitter and Instagram, I don't know, I felt like I was getting more than what I was getting on Facebook.
Yeah.
And more sort of gratification from it.
So I don't know enough about Facebook gaming to make any sort of comparison. YouTube streaming is a lot like Twitch, but
yeah.
I feel it's more, YouTube's more based around just posting videos than it is around the streaming. So because it wasn't great. There wasn't a lot of, what's the word for it? I can't think of the word. There wasn't a lot of exposure. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Not that there's loads of exposure on Twitch, but it was more, YouTube was so much more focused on the videos that you post and stuff like that than it was about spreading your live streams. I don't think you could really do well live streaming on YouTube unless you had a big following on YouTube watching your videos anyway. And my 28 subscribers on YouTube, I doubt would really tune in. So,
yeah, I'd never decided. I've never sort of thought about YouTube streaming. I did it once, literally one stream way back. This was before I fully started getting into streaming. I just did a PS4 stream of Bloodborne
yeah.
on one of my old channels. And I was like, yeah, it's not for me.
So where did you come up with Rywokk? Where does the name come from?
So,
Without obviously giving too much away, if you don't want to, mate, it's fine.
oh no. It's so when I started to fully grow a beard, and I used to have long hair. A lot of my friends used to call me Ewok, and then it progressed into Rywokk. So it's not really that like brilliant of a story. It's just my friends just called me an Ewok once, and then progressed into Rywokk. I was like, well, I'm changing my gamer tag on Xbox then.
Fair
And
enough.
then that's it. And then I've stuck with it since.
It works though. It works.
I have to variate like the name sometimes, depend on the platform. So with Twitch, I've got 2Ks in my name because apparently someone's already got Rywokk with 1K.
I guarantee that Rywokk with 1K though has literally got like is an unused account.
I'll see if I can find it.
I bet you it's an unused account. It must be.
It will be. Oh, there's me. Well, now I can't even find it, so it's probably one of those accounts that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
So I think I was just unfortunate.
I like turtles.
And then I think like Discord is 1K. So many things, it just changes.
Yeah, Discord's 1K. I've got Discord open on my screen here. So,
Yeah.
what sort of game? I know you're mainly a Destiny streamer.
Yeah.
Are you sticking with Destiny or are you branching? I know you were streaming Siege a bit yesterday.
Yeah. So Destiny's been one of those where I've played that since it's come out.
Yeah.
Or since I think 2014. I've played it. I've taken, I think everyone takes breaks away from like main games.
Yeah.
But Destiny's one of those that I've always come back to. I did try and be a bit of a variety streamer. But there's just too much out there.
There
Far
is.
too much out there.
This is the issue I have. Like, I was a 7 Days to Die streamer and it was very lucrative and I got quite a lot of followers from it, but I just got burnt out on it. So now
Yeah,
I think the small move I'm gonna make is I'm gonna play a game to completion sort of thing, like Stranded Deep I'm playing at the minute, and I'm gonna play that till I've finished it, and then I'm gonna start a new game instead of chopping and changing games every day. I'll play a game for a few weeks, do what I can on that, and then play another game for a few weeks, and that might actually get me through my backlog.
So what I tend to do is I'll burn myself out on Destiny first, then start playing other things.
Yeah.
What I've been doing recently is when I'm not streaming, if I'm not on I'll probably play Destiny if people are on and we're doing something.
Yeah.
But if no one's really doing anything, I'll start playing other things. So I've just finished Resident Evil Village. I did what else? I started trying to play the new Subnautica. I'm gonna be honest, that's a struggle to play.
I remember you were
nothing like
chatting
the
about
first one.
it. I like the second one. I've done a YouTube playthrough on it and I've quite enjoyed it, to be fair, but I need to get back into like actually doing it.
I'm really struggling with it, and I don't even know why. Like, I think it's probably because obviously it's different from the first one, so I expect it to be very similar.
Yeah.
And obviously it is in terms of like, you know, your interface and the things you have to do.
Yeah.
There's something about it that just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I just love it. I really do enjoy it, to be fair.
Then I played Hellblade, and that was an amazing game.
Hellblade's a
happy I
really
actually
good
played
game.
that.
Hellblade's a really good game.
Trying to think of like anything else that I've played. I did Resident Evil 7.
But you got into Siege now. You'll be a
I'm in
Siege
the-
streamer
I'm in
by the
Siege
next
now.
couple of days.
I've just been playing with Sag and Lewis.
Have you?
But yeah, I've been carried. Great.
So what got you into streaming? What draw you into it? What was the start? Did you just think, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it, or did somebody egg you onto it, or?
So, I think it was around a time when everyone wanted to stream, and I was like, okay, this is the story. So I went into streaming with a really bad mindset. I went in thinking I can make lots of money from this,
Yeah.
and that's all my mind was set on. So when I started on Facebook, and I realized sort of quickly, you've got to work hard for this.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, okay. So I still had the mindset and I tried to put the hours in, and I really, really struggled with viewership, everything, followers. And then before I came to Twitch, I took time away from Facebook and sort of sat myself down and like sort of looked at what I actually wanted. And I thought myself, if you can make this a full-time thing, then you will make money. But at the minute, what's the point in trying to sort of brand it as a full-time thing when you are working, you are still making money, but you want to enjoy gaming at the same time?
Yeah.
So then when I came back to it and moved to Twitch, I stopped that mindset and I went with sort of, I want to have fun. I want to meet new people. And that's pretty much it. And since I sort of changed my mindset, it's been a lot better. I didn't care about the viewers. Because if you've got one viewer, why treat it as if you've got one viewer?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you've still got a viewer. If you have one viewer, if you have 10 viewers, and then I put it into perspective, I think if I've got 5 viewers, I imagine there's 5 people stood behind me in this small room.
Yeah.
Which that's going to fill out. And then when you think you've got 10 viewers again, so it's one of those things where I'm not saying I don't care about the viewers themselves, but numbers don't
Just
matter
the numbers,
to me.
yeah. No,
numbers, they matter in the long term when you do make it a full-time thing. But right now it's sort of, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
I love doing what I'm doing. It's a struggle because obviously working full-time, kids, and then streaming every day.
Yeah.
But I get on with it and I enjoy it.
That's it. That's the thing. Like you said, it's like if you've got like 5 people, could you imagine just having like 5 of your mates just coming out and hanging out and watching you play games?
Exactly.
I would struggle to find 5 IRL friends that would come and sit and watch me play games. To be fair, I'd struggle to find 5 IRL friends, but most of the people that imagine the horror. Like, could you imagine having that many people in your house during COVID right now? Freak me the fuck out. So, tell us about your setup then.
Okay. So way back when I started with a laptop.
Yeah,
an
same.
Intel, a shitty little Intel
Yeah,
laptop.
same.
And so it was very limited to what it could actually do, but it managed to hold a stream. OBS would work, everything like that. PC gaming wasn't a thing for me then. It was Xbox or PS4.
Yeah.
So I had a laptop and I had a monitor connected to the laptop, built my own desk and everything. It was a shit desk. It was small.
We all start somewhere.
Exactly. We all start somewhere. So it was a small little setup, keyboard, wireless mouse, and
I've still got my first wireless mouse from when I first started streaming.
It's like, no, get fucked. Get rid of that. And then I was using the camera on the laptop. As everything sort of progressed, I got a new camera, so I got the Logitech C920. I was still using my laptop at that point, but obviously I was getting more upgrades.
Yeah.
Last year, so just before, I was around May time last year, so just before my first year on Twitch, I finally built my first actual PC. So like that was a huge upgrade for me. Built that, and it was just a budget build, but it did exactly what I needed it to do. It played games, it streamed games, certain games anyway. I had to drop a lot of the settings just to make some things work, especially Destiny. It wouldn't run on max settings. And then I think, around this time last year, I got this mic.
No, I
don't know. I just so what was it? Oh no, it might not have been. It might have been Christmas time actually. I bought this mic because I had a Go XLR Mini.
Yeah.
So like in the space of almost a year and a half, I've gone from having a laptop to having a full PC, and then I've just bought the Go XLR. So like I've completely, within 2 years of streaming, I've gone from having a laptop to having a full blown setup. That is quite high end. I could go into all the upgrades for the PC, but
we'd be here all day.
It's far too much. Yeah.
So the Go XR, is it like a audio mixer, like a soundboard sort of thing?
Yes, but also not at the same time. So what it is, it's an audio interface. It acts as like a sound card.
Ah, right.
So it's got 4 faders on it.
Yeah.
You've got one for your mic, so I can go like this, and you can hear me in and out.
Yeah.
That's what's in. I'm fading my mic. Then it's got the Discord chat fader. I can lower the volumes of that. Music fader and full system fader. So I could completely mute this just with a fader.
Yeah.
So that's cool. But there's also more features. There's a sampler, so I could literally record something you're saying now and play it back to you
Oh, that's just kind of freaky. I don't know how I feel.
like that.
That's just kind of freaky. That's pretty smart. Is that how you got the yeah bro from Barbie?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's exactly how I got it. So I can just record a small clip, just play it back. So that's pretty cool. We've got a profanity button,
Oh yeah, yeah.
so which I don't really use, and then there's also the voice changer.
So I've also got this. It's all built in.
To that one interface.
Oh, that's quite
Pretty
cool.
good piece of equipment, but very, very fucking expensive.
Yeah, I think I've had a look at some of them, and I'm like, do you know what? Nah.
But
My
definitely worth the money. It's got RGB as well. I mean,
Yeah, Stream Deck. Stream Deck was the best piece of kit I ever bought, because I got the 15 button.
Yeah, that's what I got as well.
15 button
15
Stream
button,
Deck, and Amazon had made a balls up when they put the new Stream Decks on. They put the 15 button cheaper than the 8 button. So I was like, while this is up, I'm going to buy it, because it was like 108 quid, I think, for the 15 button, and then
I
100.
paid 140.
Yeah, and then it was like 140 quid for the 8 button. They put the prices on the site wrong.
Oh, the wrong ones.
Yeah. So I was like, well, purchased. And it has literally been the best purchase I think I have ever made when it comes to streaming.
Because I'm with you on that one, because I've got all mine. See, I only use 2 buttons. So I've got everything I use for starting the stream, and then all my stream scenes. So I do not utilize it enough. But it's good to have those there.
I've got that. I've got sounds like on it for like my mods, my VIPs, different people, different like fails. I've got the Wookiee roar that I've got on it. I've got Stream Raiders and things like that. So I've got a lot of use out of it. I want to put more on it. I just can't be bothered looking into it.
Good thing about Stream Decks as well is there's an infinite amount of things you can have on it. So obviously you can just put folders within folders.
Yeah. So even the 8 button one, you can just fill it with folders upon folders upon folders, and then But the 50, I wanted all the buttons at my fingertips. That's why I got the 15
I thought
one.
about getting the XL, and no, that's definitely going to be overkill.
Yeah. I think the XL, how many's on the XL? Like 20?
32, I think.
32, that's it. Yeah, 32. But
I think.
Could you imagine having that many buttons? Like, it's just another keyboard at that point.
It'd just be... I couldn't do it. I struggle using a 15 button one because I don't have enough things.
So, the big burning question I have for you is, what the fuck is with beans, man? Did you see the tweet I posted today?
No, hang on. Let me get this. So, the story, right? I was just on TikTok one day. There we go. So I was just on TikTok one day, and a video came up, and it was some guy had just put a tin of beans on the stove, turned the stove on, but you've heard the sound command. And that's just what he's saying to this tin of beans. He's just screaming fucking sexy beans at it. And every time, if I was in the voice call with Jordan, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, like, I'm going to go make some food. And then I saw this video and I was like, this is definitely him at 3 o'clock in the morning making food. Just sticking some on the stove and just shouting sexy things at it. So I sent it to him and I was like, this is definitely you at 3 o'clock in the morning making food. And then it just stuck. So and then I made it a sound command. And then I don't know, I think I've given people the idea that I'm just really into beans.
All right, that's given me a bit more like enlightenment into it now, because I legit was just like, does Rywokk just really like beans, or is
the story could have been so much more worse? Like for some reason I've like put beans where beans shouldn't go, and I just love beans. Beans are good though. I do like beans.
I do like beans, yeah, but I don't think I'd be like, hey, sexy beans. Oh, brilliant. Rywokk, sexy beans. So, what do you enjoy the most about streaming?
It's a getaway.
Yeah.
So like you could have the shittest of days, but as soon as you go live, it's a getaway. Like I remember growing up, it's kind of sort of off topic, but it's also not at the same time.
Yeah, yeah.
So growing up, my parents were always sort of like, why are you wasting your time playing games? So obviously I enjoy it, but
Yeah.
it's the same as if someone is taking time to read a book. They're getting away from any issues or problems. Maybe not even like
watching
issues or
movies and
problems.
stuff like
Exactly.
that as
Watching
well.
movies, just anything you want to do to escape. And you're putting yourself obviously in a different world. And it's fucking great. I love it.
Yeah.
So like I'll have a shit day at work, but then I know, okay, I'm gonna be going live later. I'm gonna enjoy it. And I do. But yeah, it's a getaway. And again, going back to the whole viewers, it doesn't matter if I have 1, 2, 10 viewers. I'm going to enjoy it regardless
Yeah.
because I'm doing what I like and I love playing games. So
My parents were exactly the same. Like, get outside, stop wasting your time playing games and stuff like that.
every
And
time
then-
my mum comes to visit now, I say, "You always said to me, stop wasting your life playing games." But look at me now. I never said that. I'm like, you definitely said that.
Yeah, my parents never really understood it, and then I had the old persona of lack of skill last year, and we did the charity stream, and my mum and dad watched the stream and seen how all the communities like came together, and like we raised money for Sans and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
they were like, oh, so now they don't give me as much shit about it now. My dad used to give me shit about it all the time, like, oh, you killing bad guys, you shooting bad guys, and now they're like.
Yeah.
Now they ask me like, "Oh, how have your streams been going?" I'm like,
Yeah, that's what mine do now. They're like, "Oh, how's you? Are you still doing it?" I'm like, "Well, yeah."
and they're like, "Oh, that's good." They don't give me half as much shit.
Like
what?
Zara said as well, streaming can also be a getaway for viewers.
Yeah,
So I think that's an important part as well. Like, whilst you're getting away and enjoying it, people come to you to also enjoy it.
yeah. And I always like I don't care how my streams have gone. If I put a smile on one person's face from doing daft shit on stream, then I'll consider it a successful stream. That could be the only person that's in my stream, and I'll be like, cool. And they've walked away at the end of it, and they've been like, oh, thanks, really had a good time. I'll be like,
Yeah.
sound wicked. That's me done. Happy days. Happy days. And I've just met some wicked people through it. Like, I met you through Barbie, Emo Viking, George, whatever the fuck you want to call him these days. I met you through him. And I think last night was the first time we'd really properly gamed together.
Yeah. I think because I know you started playing Destiny, but we never played that. But I think with Siege, first time we've probably played. Obviously, we played a bit of Valheim.
Yeah, where you freaking yeeted yourself off the map into
I was
orbit.
building, I was gone.
Yeah.
I think I ended up off the map. Broken the game.
Yeah, so, and it's just meeting people. I wish COVID wasn't here. Everybody wishes COVID wasn't here. But I think if it wasn't for COVID, I think a lot of us would have probably met up IRL by now. A lot more of us would have met up. Because I went and seen Barbie not that long ago, but to go meet you and like Panda and some other people that live, and I know like non-Panda lives like half an hour away from me at the minute, and it's like I can't even fucking go see her because of all the freaking different restrictions between Wales, England, and Scotland.
Yeah.
So, and you just meet fucking some awesome people through streaming. You really do.
Definitely. There's a lot of people I've met. Like even in my first fucking month of streaming,
Yeah,
I've met so many people. Some people I don't talk to as much, and then a lot of people I do.
yeah.
But it's a great journey.
You winding up hippie going, whose corpse that looks like you've made an enemy. Like, I've tried to give you the benefit of the doubt yesterday, but now you're just losing it.
Please.
But no, it is fun. And it's crazy because obviously growing up you have a lot of like IRL friends.
Yeah. I think you're just in the social situations where you make IRL friends because you go to school, you go to high school, you go to college, and then when
I hate leaving the house now. I'm just like, oh, I really don't want to interact with people.
Yeah.
But the friendships I've made online, like some people say, well, you shouldn't really make friends with people online. They're strangers, you don't know them. Just like, well, I kind of do know them.
Thing is, I'd probably know like Hippie and Barbie and stuff like that, and Jigs. I probably know them better than I know some of the people I would consider IRL friends.
Yeah.
And they probably know more about me than
Oh, definitely.
my IRL friends do, because every night I can guarantee, like most nights, we'll be in a server. There won't necessarily be much in the way of conversation, but we'll all be like hanging out. We'll be playing our own games, or we'll be watching streams, and we'll just be sat there chilling, cams on, having a fucking laugh, and then you just hear Jigs going, "For fuck's sake!"
Just like last night.
But
that was one thing, and I think I spoke to Barbie about it before. I sort of struggled to make friends with people.
yeah,
So like, if there was loads of people in the Discord, I would always be that sort of person where I would just avoid it.
yeah.
Just go, okay, I'm just gonna go do my own thing. But since actually coming into voice channels and just chilling out, obviously I realized, okay, it's actually pretty cool to make friends with other people. So
I think it's
pretty nice.
easier. I think there's less pressure making friends with people online than there is with friends in real life. Like online, it's like, oh, do you want to jump in a Discord call? If you go, nah, not tonight, I'm doing this, it's like, all right, cool. Whereas if you bail on an IRL friend going to the pub, they're like, oh, what are you being a little bitch for? It's like, dude, I just don't want to.
No, Twister's telling me I have to come. I better come in more often. I've just been in the VC.
Yeah,
with
man.
Sag and Lewis.
It's brilliant because it's like it grows every week.
Yeah.
Every week, if I have times where I'm just like I'm not doing well mentally and stuff like that, with PTSD and stuff, it's rough. I'll come back in and like I came back and Wabbit had appeared. I'm like, oh, hello, new person, and now like go and hang out in their streams and stuff like that, and then like I met Chaos through it, and then she joins, and it's just and Jack and Jigs. I met Jigs. The way I met Jigs was bizarre because obviously we lost our baby last year.
Yeah.
And I did the charity stream, and this guy called Ali OGTV came in, and he started chatting and sharing his story. So I was like, "Oh, do you stream?" He's like, "Yeah." So I followed him on Twitch. Was following Ali on Twitch, and then Jigs popped into his chat and was chatting away and stuff like that. And I think Ali was asking when he was streaming, and Jigs was like, "Oh, I'm going to go live in like an hour or 2 hours or something like that." So fuck it, I'll go and watch Jigs and see what it is. And I watched Jigs for a couple of nights, and then he was playing Phasmophobia one night, and he turns around and goes, "Does anybody want to join?" And I'm literally in bed watching Jigs on my phone with my missus. And my missus is like, "Go on, you're not going to fucking sleep anyway, so just go play Phasmo with Jigs." And then I would consider Jigs like one of my closest friends now, because I've literally been chatting to him like every day.
I see that as a win.
It is a win. It is an absolute win. And it's just mad how it can go from like something so bad happening in my life that I've literally met such awesome people through it. And it's like meeting Jigs, and then we've met like Wasted Phoenix through Jigs, and then Jigs like Wasted was then like Happy Sack, and then George, and then Lewis, and Krusty occasionally joins if he's not molesting people in VR chat.
Like it's not just sort of like with Discord and stuff like that as well. It's generally through gaming. Like just with Destiny alone, I've made a few friends. Either I think one guy, Huds, we were matched against him in a PvP game, and he had TTV in his name. I'm gonna be honest, I hate TTV in people's names. I just think, I'm gonna stop exactly what I'm doing, mate. I see you in this game, I'm just gonna stop. I'm gonna go watch your stream because you have TTV in them. But so in the end, I did jump into his stream while we were matching him, just try and stream snipe. And he's a genuine guy. Like he was one of those that he's not salty and stuff like that. And he's a pretty cool friend.
He's just a genuine dude that wants to have fun. Like even if you are battling each other in PvP, if you win or lose, it's like. And I've met a couple of people through Siege like that.
And it's pretty good. Like it's a weird way, but the thing is as well, because where he's from, I'm from like the next town over from him as well, and some of the people he plays with are from the same town as where I'm from. So, okay, this is a fucking small world. Like, this is crazy. But then there's other times where I'll be toxic in a game. I will bag people, And it happened the other day. I started bagging some guy randomly. I was like, yeah, fuck you. I got the last kill. And then he adds me as a friend on Steam. I'm like, oh no. And I accept it. And he goes, why are you bagging? I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you bagged me. And he goes, no, I never bag. I'm like, oh, okay. No worries. Sorry, bro. He's like, let's 1v1 sometime. How is me bagging someone? Being toxic just turned into a cool friendship. Like, I've just met this cool guy.
Yeah, I met like Zero that was in the chat earlier. I met him through a friend who was a fucking real toxic gamer. A real toxic gamer. Like, he literally compared me to Hitler because I didn't reinforce a hatch on Siege.
What?
Took it to Twitter and went, I'll give it to Hitler, even he would have reinforced the hatch on Siege. I'm like, are you fucking serious? But I met Zero through this guy, and Zero's like one of my OGs now. I need to play more with him. But it's just how you meet.
Yeah.
It's just how you meet people is just so fucking random. I love being toxic sometimes. I can't imagine you toxic, Hippie, to be honest.
She was toxic with me last night, so I TK'd her.
That sounds about right, to be fair. That sounds about right. I would have probably done the same. I've met so many awesome people because of streaming. Yeah, exactly. Like, even just streaming, you just get people that come in and hang out in the chat, and you meet people. I'm gonna teabag. I'm gonna TK and teabag Twisted later when she next games. And
yeah, it's one of those, like, I think if I had never made that conscious decision to start streaming, then I would have met so many cool people.
Yeah.
I would think like it all started with that one decision to go, actually, you know, I'm gonna start streaming, and then obviously it goes from there.
Because I started doing it I started YouTube for like making videos of like Ark and stuff like that on the old lack of skill. And then I started on the Xbox through Twitch and nothing really came of it. I didn't really care. I was just like, oh, I'll just do it just for the sake of doing it. And then my mates started joining me when we were doing it. And then from that, it sort of progressed, and then I moved from lack of skill into the Viking Scotsman, and it's just been fucking. I just met so many awesome people, and it's just I can't even remember half of our origin stories, as you would call it. I can't remember how I've met half of them, and I ask them all the time, how the fuck did we meet? And they're like, I can't remember, and it's just such a spontaneous thing that happens. And
I was the same with me and Barbie, because I can't exactly remember how we met. Like, I'm pretty sure he just appeared. And that was it. We were just playing Destiny, and he was there, and I was like, "Hey, bro."
Yeah, I met because I knew Barbie because he worked in the same restaurant as me for a few years, so I've known Barbie for about 6 years now, unfortunately, and we were both on Xbox. We added each other on Xbox and played for a bit, and then he moved to PC. I want to say he moved first. And then there was about a year gap where he wasn't on Xbox and he wasn't on Twitch, and he literally just disappeared off the face of the earth for my life for about a year. And then I got my PC back, and I was literally on the PC fucking about, and it popped up saying BRBI is streaming. I'm like, what the fuck? So I clicked on it and was like, hey buddy, and he's like, what the fuck? And that was it. We've literally now every day we're literally hanging out in VCs again, and he's in everybody's streams. Every stream I go into, I can't go into a stream without Barbie turning up.
I'll be there, like telling you got a big dick or something.
Go and walk in and go like, suck cunts. It's like, there he is. Hey buddy. Hey buddy. And then I met Sabi through Barbie as well. Sabishi Soul.
Oh yeah,
I met him through Barbie, and that's been freaking. Barbie is everyone's fave lurker. But he comes in and like he's just like, sup cunts, and then he just disappears, and it's like, I know he's there, I know he's lurking.
Then apart from sort of Twitch and streaming, a lot of the other people that I know I've just met through Destiny.
Yeah,
that's sort of how much Destiny's been a part of my life.
You do play a lot of Destiny. Yeah. I did enjoy your Subnautica streams, I'm not gonna lie. I did enjoy your Subnautica streams.
I wish I could forget Subnautica just so I could replay it.
Yeah.
and just for that sort of like that story element.
That fresh start.
Exactly. Same
Pick
with a
up the
lot of games
Destiny.
like Dark Souls. I used to play a lot of Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Love Dark Souls. But just a lot of general story games. God of War as well. That's an amazing
God of
game.
War is like,
I can't wait for the new one.
yeah, God of War is
That's gonna
good.
be good.
But what would you say then is the biggest? How would you word this? So you like the best thing about Twitch. What would you say is the worst thing about it?
About Twitch itself or generally streaming on Twitch?
Both. We'll go with both. Start with Twitch. Like, what would you say is the worst thing about Twitch?
Oh, that's a hard one because I don't really think I've ever had any like negative experiences with Twitch.
Trolls, anything like that? Have you not had many trolls?
I've not, to be honest. I know I see a lot of people getting hit with like follow bots and stuff like that. That's one actually. It's not happened to me, but when you get hit with a follow bot, Twitch don't really do anything about it.
No.
It's like, but this is your platform. You should be doing something about it.
Yeah, you got to
And
use
they
like
don't.
the commander
Instead,
route.
Yeah, that exactly, commander route. So like they leave it to you to sort, even though this isn't your fault. They could easily just do a ban of whoever they could pretty much do exactly what the commander route tool does for you, instead of having to make you do it. Obviously, look at Barbie's case.
Yeah, his
where
birthday stream.
He fucked up.
Yeah. Don't tip number one from this chat: don't get drunk and then try and fix a follow bot problem. Sober up and do it the next day. There he is. Speak of the devil, and he appears.
It was at that moment he fucked up.
Hey, buddy.
There he is.
So yeah, what would you say is the worst thing about streaming, or like the hardest part about streaming?
I think the hardest part about streaming is when you first start, a lot of people will just focus on the viewers
Yeah.
and the followers. And that puts you into a negative mindset.
Yeah, I never watch my Barbie like bullied me into doing it because I always used to watch it, but he was like, "Stop watching your viewer count."
Yeah,
So-
I hide mine now.
Yeah.
For a good year or so now, I've had mine hidden and I've had my follow account hidden as well. Because before I've seen it where I've been streaming and I've seen my follow account go down, and I'm just like, okay, that's put me in a shit mood.
Yeah.
Someone just
And now
joined
I
my.
just I don't focus on the followers or like the actual
The fuck
count and
just
numbers
happened?
now. If I end stream and I'm like,
Fuck
okay,
you,
someone's
Victor.
unfollowed, fair enough. Like, I'm not gonna be angry at them if
Yeah.
you know they've unfollowed me because they don't like my content. That's up to them. That's their choice. So nothing you can do really.
Yeah.
It's best just pick yourself up and move on.
Yeah, I this is the big thing. Like, one of the big bits of advice that I would give to anybody that's starting streaming is don't watch your viewer count.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
100%.
follows, and don't do it for money.
Yeah.
Because the amount of effort, and I don't think a lot of people that understand it, like, and I'm not slitting anybody here, like, viewers don't understand the amount of stress and work people put into streaming behind
Yeah.
the scenes. Like, it still goes wrong when I'm streaming 90% of the time. If I have a stream that doesn't actually have some form of technical issue in it, I'd be amazed. But
Yeah, I've just come back after 3 weeks and completely forgot to change a lot of my actual timers on my chat bar. I'm like, hang on, I'm not trying to do a day one race anymore on Destiny 2. That was 4 weeks ago. And just some of my scenes are just not done properly. Even though I had 3 weeks to sort it all out, I just, I'll do that when it comes to it.
yeah, I'm the same. I'm like, but I slate my own stuff all the time. I'm my biggest critic when it comes to like my starting soon, my intros, like clips, and I'm like, it's all right. It's actually not too bad. But I'm still like, yeah, but if I add this clip and I change this and I do this and I can change this and I can edit this, and I'm like, oh, but you're literally like a full movie crew in
Yeah.
one. You do the sound, you do the
Exactly,
video,
yeah.
you do the promoting, you do the scenes, you do the editing, and you do all that as one person. And when you think about the amount of bits and bobs you put on, even if you just look at your stream deck and look at your scenes, like, you had to create all of these individually just to get
Yeah.
somewhere onto just to even like have a decent stream like,
Yeah.
that actually works. It's like, fucking hell. And then sometimes you're just like, yeah, I need to just chill a little bit here.
That's another thing as well. When I first started on Twitch, I just had my brain was just full of ideas of what I wanted to do,
yeah.
but I had little time to try and put them all into practice, and I just tried to take on so many things at once. I started learning After Effects at the same time as obviously trying to stream, so I just didn't have time for anything.
I always
And
think
then
your setup and your stream always looks really professional.
Oh, it's a shit tip right now.
No,
It's
but like
just-
when it comes to like
It's
you're
just
starting
these
soon and
wrappers all over my desk. You know, the M&M chocolate bars.
M&M chocolate bars.
They're just everywhere because they were like £1.29 for a pack of 10.
Oh,
But like,
brilliant.
yeah, I was just everything's a mess. Now and again, I'll tidy it. And I'm like, oh, this looks good, and it'll look good for an hour until it's messy again.
Yeah, it
Shit,
looks good at the start of the stream, but just before you've cleaned it, and you're like,
Yeah,
there we go. And then
I'm
like,
proud of this.
Yeah.
Yes.
and then like after your stream finishes, you're like, well, there's bottles there, there's fucking wrappers underneath
I'll
me.
tidy
there's-
that eventually.
Yeah, and then it sits there for like a week, and you just live in it. It's like, for fuck's sake. What else? There was something else I was going to ask, and I can't fucking remember what it is now.
Being related.
When it comes to your editing and your scenes and stuff like that, like, did you make all that by yourself, or did you buy it, or how did you do it?
So the starting soon screen that I've recently used, I bought a pack from Nerd or Die
Yeah,
for that one. The Destiny one I use now, I got that one sent to me. But before that, a lot of stuff I did make on my own. All my emotes I've done myself. That's all me. I'm not sure what else. But a lot of the like the sort of scene switches, the little in between bit, that I kind of made. I got like a template from YouTube and then altered it in After Effects. And I see a lot of people that use the same one. Like, yeah, they've got the same idea. Because all you do is you just open it in After Effects, load the image you want to use, and then alter like timings and keyframes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that was one of them. But yeah, before that, a lot of stuff I just made myself. And that's sort of where it comes down to taking on too many things at once. I was like, I've got to get all these things done. I don't begrudge people paying people to do it.
Yeah.
But I want to learn to do it.
Yeah.
I just think it's a good skill to have.
I think I paid for my first ones. They were like my proper little Viking ones when I first started. I paid for them because I had literally no idea what the fuck I was doing. And then Barbie pushed me to move from Streamlabs to OBS.
Good fucking move.
Yeah. But the thing is, I never had any issues with Streamlabs, so I never seen it because my PC, I spent like $2,000 on my PC, so it ran really well. So I never had any issues with Streamlabs. So I never really noticed it. And then Barbie was like, switch to OBS, I'll help you do it. Rah, rah, rah. So I was like, oh, fine. I give in. I switched to OBS. And I feel it's just a lot more creative. I feel you can do more on it now that I've made the switch.
That's sort of one of the biggest things with OBS. And you'll see a lot of people maybe on Twitter that do it. A lot of stuff they just make it in OBS because it's just all the sort. It's not necessarily effects. It's just things you can do.
Yeah.
And that's another thing as well with streaming software. Streamlabs is good because everything's there. So I think for a lot of new streamers,
it's very user friendly for new
streamers. It's very, very, very user friendly. When I first opened up just vanilla OBS, I was like, what the fuck do I do?
Yeah.
And then I just learned. But I'm glad that I came away from Streamlabs, and I'm sort of still learning OBS. There's a guy on YouTube, I think he's called Defrag. He does a lot of OBS tutorials and things you can do. So it's like your zoom motion for camera zooms and stuff like that. So that's where I'm sort of learning a lot of stuff.
Yeah, because you've got it so you can, with somebody redeem something, isn't there, where you then zoom into your face and you're just like,
something like that. Yeah, I need to sort my scenes out because I'm lazy and didn't. But there is one of them somewhere. I don't think I can. Oh, what I should have done. I should have used the OBS virtual camera because I could have just used my scenes at the same time then. Yeah, there's so many things you can do. So I'm still kind of a noob at OBS. I understand the
Same.
basics. I'm learning to sort of like group scenes and do other things.
I need to spend a day and I need to just like erase all my scenes and just do like a fresh start.
That's what I did one day because at one point in my OBS, I must have had about 80 scenes because I was just constantly making scenes. It's like, this is cool, this is cool. A lot of the stuff
I've got
I wanted to do.
I've got 9 scenes at the
I think
minute.
in mine now I've got like, yeah, well, I must have about 9, but yeah, a lot of stuff I wanted to do. Was when I used green screen and it involved like if I had music playing,
Yeah.
and a lot of OBS stuff. And then I was like, I don't want to do this. So I deleted all pretty much everything and starting from scratch.
I think that's what I'm
Good
going to do
decision.
one day is just, I say a day, it's going to take me 2 days to go through it all and re-edit it and put it all back together. But I need to just go through and do like a clean slate and then hope to God that my next stream doesn't just completely bomb because
Yeah.
everything's not working properly.
The worst part about like building your scene as well is, let me just double check. On my main scene, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,
Sources.
16, 17 sources in one scene. Some of them are like only 2 of them are hidden. And I'm going to be honest, I look at them, I'm like, I have no idea what some of these are for. So I just leave it as is. And if I need to make a new scene, like a main scene, I'll just copy and paste all.
Yeah.
Easily done.
Easily done. And and the scene transitions and stuff like that, I think is more open and stuff on OBS than it is on Streamlabs. Because I've got my customized one that I used. It took me fucking ages to figure out how to do it, but once you then know how to do it, it's like, oh, that was actually really fucking easy. It is surprisingly easy to use. It's easier to use than you think. It's just you got to learn these really simple bits, and then once you know that, then you can go further into it, and then you can edit this bit, and then you can change this speed, and then you can do that, and then next thing you know, you're like, okay.
The cool thing is as well, like scene transitions are actually really easy to make.
Yeah.
If you sort of know how. So After Effects, it's pretty much a case of just what do you want to do? You want like a shutter, and then you just keyframe the timing of it.
Yeah.
Render it, done. So that's probably sounds alien to some people. But I think it took me about 3 days to like sort of learn how to do that in After Effects.
Yeah. It's just learn like a lot of the stuff.
A lot of it learning. I'm learning Premiere Pro at the minute, and that's hard. I started using a new plugin called Twixtor.
Yeah.
Which it's like a speed up and slow down plugin. If you've seen any of my YouTube videos, I do it a lot with Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Like slowing down as you get a kill and then speeding back up, stuff like that. Really cool plugin. Really hard to use.
I've got Wondershare Filmora X.
Yeah.
And that's probably like the little intro into video editing, but I'm very new to video editing. But even then, I'm like, Google, how do I slow down or reverse a clip?
That's it. You just Google it, and then it's like, hold this, that, and that, and you're like, hang on. This, that. Oh, it's not worked. I've just deleted everything by accident.
Because
you do something wrong, so you go, okay, I'm just going to delete that and start again.
I just like making a joke when I'm going to open my own tech support company, and I'm just going to have the tagline as "We Google things, so you don't have to."
It's a good idea.
Because people come and ask me something, they'll be like, "Oh, I've got this error code on a game," so I'm just like, Google error code, error code 2604628890. I'm like, oh, so this is what, right? Do this.
Check out DaVinci Resolve. I've been meaning to check that out because I've heard it's actually really good.
DaVinci Resolve.
And I believe it's free as well.
Is that software? Is it?
Yeah, it's video editing.
DaVinci Resolve. Oh yeah. Mine and Matt's. Yeah, because Barbie does the same thing. I'm going to steal that line, Matt. Yeah, we Google things so you don't have to.
Another thing I started trying to learn was Blender. I started to sort of, I was always going, actually, I really want to get into like 3D sort of modeling and stuff like that. So I can like model my own Destiny character and do 3D animations with it. It's so fucking hard to do 3D work. I was watching a tutorial of this one guy on YouTube that does donuts. Like that his introduction to that software is, okay, we're going to build a 3D donut. And I think if you look on my Twitter, you might see it. I don't know how far down it is. So what I'll do is I'll just see if I can find it and share the screen. Oh, how much do I tweet?
A lot, apparently.
Apparently.
There's a lot of pictures. There's a lot of pictures of Destiny and beans.
Beans. Oh, there we go. I will see. Can I screen share? Share screen? Oh, you've disabled screen sharing.
Oh, have I? I wouldn't even know how to re-enable it.
Anyway, actually, I could just probably send you it on Discord.
Just at me on Twitter.
Wait.
Oh, there it is. I found a Discord. I found a picture of a white donut and a pink donut.
The pink one, yeah. So that took me about 6 hours to make.
Fuck.
In this one piece of software. Really fun to do, like to follow this tutorial. It's like, okay, no, this is actually really fun. But how long it took, it's like, okay.
It looks really good.
That's literally just like a beginner's of like 3D editing. So to sort of, I watched a video of a guy do one of his Destiny character, just like the helmet.
Yeah.
And it took him 26 hours to model it.
Oh,
and I'm not saying that's basically said, don't do this, but that's basically said, don't do this. I'm like, oh, no. I do want to sort of get more into video editing. I did start trying to do animation at one point. I used to have my own alerts where I actually animated the mouth and the voice and everything. So it was like, thank you for the follow and stuff like that. That was pretty cool, but I really don't want that. It looks too cheap and tacky.
Yeah. I need to get... So, my YouTube, I'm not that focused on YouTube because it's just something I've got that's there.
Yeah.
And I literally spent some time and I edited an intro. I was like, I'm going to edit the intro and then I'm going to edit an outro video. And then, once I'm going to record the video, I'm just going to cut it and I'm going to slap it in the middle. And that's it. That's just fun. There's no like... I'll watch the video, but I can't stand watching my YouTube videos because I can't stand the sound of my own voice while watching a YouTube video. And I'm just like, yeah, fuck it, that'll do. Post. And then I'm like, I wonder why my YouTube videos don't get that many views. And I'm like, it's probably because I don't put into that much into the post-production editing of it. And I see like Marley and stuff like that I've got all these fucking transitions and everything. There's loads going on and it's really cool. And I'm like, I don't have the fucking time or the effort to put into that. Because it's just, that must just take, like, you must take 45, like 2 hours to clip down a 10-minute video.
Oh, well, so what I do is if I'm pulling clips from Destiny on my Stream Deck, I've got a button that will record like the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I need to shorten that down because it's just too much. It's usually the last minute of the video where whatever I've clipped happens. So I do that and then I'll go through the clips. I'll stick them into a separate folder. The last 2 videos I put on YouTube, it took me, I think, around 7 to 10 hours to edit fully, like both of them fully, with the plugins and everything like that. And that was just painful. And that was only for a 2-minute video.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
10 hours for a 2-minute video.
That's what I mean. Like, and I post like 15, 20-minute videos. It's going to take me 2 days to fucking edit it. And I'm just like, no. So this is why mine's very basic. I've got an edited intro video. I've got an edited outro video. And I just cut it. I try and remember to do like, hey, I'm the Viking Scotsman, welcome to my YouTube channel, rah, rah, rah. But then I'm like, I think there's about 4 of them on there that is literally just me, like, it's just a cut scene. And I'm like, I'm not talking at this bit, so I'll cut that bit out. And then as I start talking again, I'll play the video.
Yeah. But, yeah, video editing is one of those. I really want to, like, put a lot more time into it so I can learn. Because I know for a fact, as soon as I've learned more, I'm going to edit faster. I don't know exactly, the shortcuts and how to do it.
I'm sure there will come a time where we'll have a conversation in 2 years' time. We'll be like, how's the 3D modeling? You'll be like, look at my Destiny character. And I'll be like, look at my video.
Honestly, I've seen people that are doing 3D modeling, and some of the stuff they do is just insane. Like they create full environments. I'm just like, yeah, I'm just.
I wanted to get into 3D printing,
Yeah.
get a little 3D printer and do like little charms and stuff like that, and like take requests and things. But I was like, if I'm gonna have to fucking make these things and like try and make the pictures and the models online, I'm fucked.
I know people that have got 3D printing for that purpose. You know, they're trying to like make things to sell to people, and instead they just 3D print stuff for themselves.
That's a problem. I would end up just 3D printing shit for myself. I'd end up like, hey, look, I like Star Wars. I'm gonna make a fucking like lightsaber.
Exactly. Why not? That's why I really want a 3D printer, just so I can make shit for myself.
Yeah, and
I've got a friend who's got one. He's made me a ghost from Destiny.
Oh,
which I
that's
still
pretty
need to
cool.
go and get. And I think I'm gonna get him to like do me weapons and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do this, and I can like try and design little Viking merch, and then I'll
That's
like,
a good idea.
yeah, I know, and that's the thing. I was like, this would actually, but fucking for a decent 3D printer, it's fucking nuts.
1,500 quid, like the cheapest. That's
I
what I
thought
think.
you can get smaller ones now that are literally designed to make like 2 inches, like
Yeah.
2-inch figurines and stuff like that for like 200-300 quid. But I'm like, I don't know how fucking good they're going to be, and it's only one color. So if that's the case, if it's only one color, I'm then going to have to spend time painting the fucking
Yeah.
thing. And it's just that. But I want one that's going to print it in all the different colors, and I'm
Yeah.
like, that's going to cost me a fucking. I'd buy a house for the amount I could fucking buy a 3D printer for.
That's what I said to my girlfriend. I really want a 3D printer. She's like, wait till we've bought a house. Oh, okay.
Just wait till they're cheaper. Wait till everybody's doing it. The prices will drop.
Oh, yeah. None of the scalpers.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to make shit. Like, I just want to make Destiny stuff. That's all I wanted for.
Just Destiny. What is it about Destiny? Is it just because you've played it for so long, or?
Yeah, it probably is that because I played it for so long and because I've met so many people. Like, it's just one of those that's stuck with me.
Yeah.
And it's anybody will tell you this that plays Destiny a lot. It's the game we love to hate.
Yeah.
Because they don't do anything, they won't fix anything until enough people cry about it.
But there's
And
not
then
enough
they'll go,
people crying
"Okay,
about it.
Yeah, they'll be like, we're listening. Nah, everyone's like, yeah, get in. They're listening. But they're not. And there was a TikTok that there's just a lot of people have seen recently, and it's this guy asking if all these things have been nerfed in Destiny. This guy's like, no, nothing. He's like, but why'd you play it? And it's like, I hate Destiny. It's my favorite game.
Yeah, I think I've seen it actually. I think somebody shared it. I
That's
think
exactly what it is.
I think Emo
Destiny
shared it on
yeah.
Twitter or
It's-
something like that.
It is the game we love to hate.
Stasis?
Oh, stasis. Yeah, exactly that. But because I've just played it so much and I've met so many people through it, it's one of those games. And because of the amount of time I've put into it, it's too late to go back now.
I've gone too far now. I've gone past the point of return. I need to get it reinstalled.
Steam alone, I'm about to hit 1,000 hours on it.
I need to get it reinstalled, but everybody hates me because I play Titan.
Oh, Titan's alright.
See, you're the first person that said that, but Barbie and Bierman just gave me absolute shit because I was running a Titan, and it's just like, I like punching things.
I started maining a different character now instead of Hunter, and I feel like I've betrayed everyone that plays as a Hunter. But it's one of those, like, find what you can play with.
So asking you what your favourite game really is a bit redundant, isn't it, to be fair, since it's probably going to be Destiny.
Kind of, but like I do have other like favorite things, like Pokemon's one of them. I fucking love Pokemon. Like I don't watch the anime nearly as much as I should, but the games I've played them since as long as I can remember. And obviously I think a new one comes out. I think it's this year, but it's not new, it's a remake. We can't wait for that. Pokemon's one of them. I've recently been getting into Zelda a lot more. I finished Breath of the Wild last year.
Is that on the Switch?
It took me, it's on the Switch, but it took me a year to complete it because I made a point of saying I'm not going to finish the story until I've done everything I can.
Yeah.
Because it's such a huge game, and it really is a good game. It's like Dark Souls as well. That's one of my favorite games. Don't know what it is about Dark Souls.
I've never played it. I've never played Dark Souls.
It's an infuriating game on your very first playthrough.
It sounds like you play games that just infuriate you, right?
Dark Souls is like one of the worst for that. Like my very first playthrough, I ended up just using a guide. Since then, I know exactly what I'm doing. It doesn't have like an objective, but it does at the same time.
Mm.
So you'll just load in and you have no idea where to go or what to do. You just have to figure it out. And if you go the wrong way, you're gonna get fucked. So it's like, which is the right way?
Yeah.
And I remember before, this was, I think back in 2019, I ended up doing like a 1 million soul farm because it's every time you kill an enemy, you get souls. It's like the form of currency for leveling up. And I farmed like 1 million. But the thing is, like because when you do a playthrough and you complete the game, you can do another playthrough. And it's like New Game Plus. With Dark Souls, it just keeps going.
Yeah.
So you'll go New Game +1, +2, +3, +4, so on and so forth. And eventually, I think once you hit like New Game +50, that's when the enemies basically capped at how hard they can be, I think. But like with each playthrough, they get harder, but you get, it's like high risk, high reward. You get more souls and stuff like that. But I think the first Dark Souls I've bought it on, so I bought it on Xbox One, Xbox 360, Switch, PC, just bought it. So, and then I got Dark Souls 3, and me and a friend, we literally just kept playing it. I'd get home, this is when I used to work in a nightclub. I'd get home from work and he'd be on, like, let's play Dark Souls, and we just play it until whatever time.
I didn't realize it was multiplayer.
Yeah, it's fully co-op. I'd say get it on PC and we'll play, but I'm banned.
Sags just reminded me that I deleted my files of Destiny 2.
Okay, I'll clean up soon. Hey, love you, bye. 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 Sorry about that.
It's all good, mate. It's all good. The kid's popping in for a visit.
But yeah, I'm banned off Dark Souls 3 online because I cheated on it. The thing is, I didn't cheat online itself. I cheated offline.
Yeah.
So I was just seeing how fast I could run the story. And then when I loaded up the game one day, I accidentally went online and they clocked me. Oh no! And it's like, yeah, you're banned.
I mean, you gotta give it to them that they're that shit hot when it comes to their.
If only Bungie were.
Yeah, if only Siege was. To be fair, Siege has got better recently. Siege has got a lot better, but.
Oh, Bungie's really, they are not on top of cheaters at all. The only time you'll see cheaters banned if there's a guy called Lucky 10p. He usually does videos of like, oh, Bungie banned this cheater. You watch it, and you can actually see them physically do it. Oh, it's like Bungie are the type of developer that'll go, we're only going to ban people if, you know, the higher creators actually report them. So the people that are known within the community.
The big faces of Destiny,
yeah, exactly,
are basically the moderators for Bungie.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. I mean, I've reported to so many people and nothing's happened. Valorant is a good one though, because they will literally email you or like send you a message if someone you've reported has been banned, and that's happened once. I think Bungie sent an email as well.
Yeah.
And I know of one person that I know that's received one of those, but other than that, Bungie just don't care.
Siege does, but like I clipped a hacker, like blatant hacker. Who was I playing with? I was playing with Dodo, and he went shield up, like like Montino with a big shield that like opens up in front of him, and all 5 of us got spawn killed from Jaeger running outside of like cafe. He ran out and shot us from halfway down the street, and then killed the shield up who was behind his shield facing him. And I watched the kill cam. I was like, clip that. And nothing even came of it. I reported it. I sent the evidence in. Nothing came of it. I'm like, I've literally sent you evidence.
Yeah.
How can you still not ban this person?
But the thing is with Bungie as well, they did a thing where they took action against, I think it was gated cheats. But they teamed up with Riot, who make Valorant as well, to take them down.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, Bungie's making a difference. you got to think there's still the people who have bought the cheats.
Yeah.
So even though that company's gone, they've had a cease and desist order. There's still the people who have actually bought the cheats.
Still own the
yeah,
cheats.
exactly, still own them. So it's like, yeah, you've taken down a cheat developer, but you're not doing anything about the cheaters themselves. And people are literally screaming for anti-cheat, and people have been screaming
Well,
for
why don't they
anti-cheat.
just put EAC on? Why don't they just activate easy anti-cheat?
No idea.
Why don't they just cooperate with easy anti-cheat? Because it's one of the biggest anti-cheating softwares out there.
I have no idea. And I'm pretty sure there wasn't anti-cheat when Bungie was with Blizzard. So when Destiny 2 first came to PC, it was Blizzard. Yeah, it was through Blizzard, and there was an anti-cheat then.
Yeah.
But then because they came away from Blizzard, there's nothing. It looks like they're working on something, but at a snail's pace.
Yeah.
And a lot of people saying, well, they're not announcing an anti-cheat because they don't want to give the hackers the advantage of knowing what they're doing.
Yeah.
Which I completely understand. But they need to be a bit quicker on what's going on. I understand there was a global, it kind of still is a global pandemic. But these people,
a lot of that stuff you can work at from home.
Exactly. They'll be working on it from home.
I don't get me wrong, on silly little single player games like Age of Empires and Rome Total War, I'll use my cheats just because it's a bit of fun.
Exactly.
But I'd never do it online because I don't know, I think it'd just take the fun out of playing like Siege with cheats. Like, where's the fun in it?
That's exactly what it is. Like, I could never play Destiny with cheats. I'm not the best player, but I'm an average player, so I can actually play the game.
I'm shit at Siege. Like, you would notice the difference if I went from like my normal like 0.2 KD to freaking killing everybody and getting 15 kills and 0 deaths. People would be like, "What the fuck are you doing, bro?"
Oh, I've been called a cheater before. I got a message on my Steam. It was like, this guy's cheating and is still bad. I was like, I guess I'm not even cheating though. So, and that's the first time I've only ever had a cheater message. Says a lot about me that I can't play. But I'm an average player and I don't really get called a cheater very much, which is nice. But when I do, I feel like I've accomplished something.
Yeah.
That's great.
I just got trolled in chat.
Oh no.
Somebody said, "I hear it's your birthday," and then decided to put big penises on my chat. Thanks for that, bro. Much appreciated. But my mods are here. I say my missus is sat downstairs moderating the chat and has just banned them.
Oh yeah. See you there. Loser freak. See you later. What a guy.
Bye.
I think anti-cheat it's just such a big thing that needs to be implemented in a lot of things now.
Yeah, it needs to be, because hacking's becoming such a bigger thing. It needs to become, the anti-cheat software needs to become even bigger than the cheating.
But I just don't understand why people do it.
No, I don't. I don't get what gratification you're going to get out of hacking.
What gratifications you get. Another thing with Destiny, because there's the end game content, the Trials of Osiris, which is like where the best of the best players will play.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10 on PC, you're going to match a cheater.
Oh, really?
Maybe not 9 times out of 10. That's probably a bit over exaggerated, but more often than not, you will match a cheater because for some reason they get something out of going into a game and just cheating. I don't understand. I honestly don't.
Yeah. I'm the same. I've never understood the people's need to cheat. Like, it just bugs me. I don't get the gratification you'll get out of it. Like, I don't mind doing it in a solo game and having a bit of fun and like offline and things like that, but doing it when you're like even casual on Siege, like, why would you want to hack that? Like, what is it gonna do? How's it gonna benefit your life hacking a casual game of Siege? Like, what's gonna come from your life from doing it?
I think I did it on Cyberpunk before. I wasn't even doing the story. So I was literally, I think I just put super speed on and super jump and just ran around for about 3 hours, just running and jumping about, just to see how like far I could jump and stuff like that.
And that's it. It's just a bit of fun on solo games, isn't it? It's just a bit of fun on solo games. So a big one is that it always comes up when I do these is mental health in gaming.
Yeah.
Pros and cons. What do you think? Do you think it's good? Because some people think that it's detrimental to people's mental health, but other people think it's positive for people's mental health. But I think, like what we were saying earlier, is it's an escapism.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that people do, like reading a book. But gaming seems to have such a bad press when it comes to these sort of things.
I think this is one of those, it's got two answers. So yeah, it definitely helps because the whole escapism, you know, you're getting away from your problems for however long you're gaming. But gaming and streaming, there's the problem of you feel like you might not be doing good enough. And that's going to put you in a really bad mindset.
I think everybody that streams goes through that several times. Like you look at your Twitch stats after your stream and you're thinking, what did I do wrong? What could I have done better? Like
exactly that. So I think the main thing is, it does help. And like I think Zara said earlier, for the viewers as well.
Yeah.
If you've got someone that comes along and they're happy that you're streaming, like before I came back, I've had a few people say they miss my streams. I'm just like, do you know how much of a mental boost that gives me?
Yeah, exactly. When you go away on holiday for a week and people are like, when are you back to streaming? I miss you. I'm like,
and like knowing that people are waiting, it's a nice feeling.
Yeah.
And just generally just doing that, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
So much. And I definitely just, as soon as I hit go live, regardless of followers, viewers, I just get like a mental boost because I'm doing what I love.
Yeah, I really enjoy it as well. I really enjoy streaming. But the hard bit I have is I suffer from PTSD and my sleep is shocking. I don't think I've had two nights. I think I've had like really bad sleep, and I'm like, and then I'm like, fuck, I got to stream. I'm like, my other half, I was like, you don't have to stream if you don't want to. I'm like, but I want to. That's the thing. I just physically need to get my head into that fucking like today. I was like, I just didn't sleep at all very well last night. I got up, I think, at about 1 o'clock. My motivation kicked in. I was like, right, I'm going to shower, I'm going to put clothes on, I've got Rywokk coming on, it's gonna be a good stream.
My motivation tends to kick in when I've had like such little sleep. Like today, with only having 3 hours, I got up and I was like, right, I'm just gonna get everything done.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
But if I had like if I had about 8 hours sleep, I'd wake up and just be like, oh, today's not that day. I find that the less sleep I have, the more motivated I get to do things. Somehow, I don't know if that makes sense.
I guess you might just go past that stage of exhaustion where you're just like, second win, let's go.
Exactly, second win. Then eventually it sort of goes, you've got a bit of energy and then it'll drop and it'll just keep coming back. But that's like later on.
Yeah, it was like when I started the stream today, I was like, I'm just in that chilled out vibe today. I'm just in that chilled out vibe. But now that we're chatting and going, I'm like, yeah, this is good. Come on, let's go. Let's keep going. We can keep going. And it's just one of those things that beforehand I can feel really deflated, and then as soon as the momentum starts rolling in the stream and more keeps happening, I'm like, let's go. Woo.
Find myself as well, like if throughout the day I'm feeling I'm starting to flake, as soon as I get on my PC and I'm actually like focused on doing something as well,
great Odin's Raven,
my brain just wakes up.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose obviously it's the, the gaming, I think is like a stimulant as well.
Yeah.
So I think obviously that helps.
Yeah. Would you like to make streaming full time and like content creation? Would that be a goal, would you say, or are you just happy like chilling out and gaming and stuff like that? If it happens kind of thing, or is it one of your goals to be like to partner and
So I'd love to make it a full-time thing. At first I was sort of, taking it as it comes, but then I wouldn't say I know exactly where I want to be with it, but I know I do want to be full-time. And I explained it to a few people last night. In terms of content creation, I don't exactly know where I want to go.
Yeah.
I could end up branching off to do video editing. I could keep doing sort of live content creation. So I'm sort of in, I wouldn't say a hole, but I'm somewhere where I'm just like, where do I want to be? I know whatever in terms of content creation, I want to be full-time, but what do I exactly want to be doing full-time? So I'm still sort of figuring that stuff out.
There's time to figure that out as well, though. I think it's what I love and hate about between affiliate to partner. It is such a big gap,
Yeah,
but I think in that time as well, you can sort of figure out what it is you want to do.
definitely.
Like, do you want to be a variety streamer? Do you want to be a specific game streamer? Do you want to be a Marvel streamer? You can sort of figure that out. I know the gap. I think there should be another milestone between affiliate and partner. I still feel there should be something that people can work towards.
It is such a huge gap.
Yeah, you go from 3 average viewers for affiliate to
To
75.
75.
like maybe put one at like 30 so that it's like in the middle and you've got that little bit of push.
Yeah.
But from 3 to 75, like fucking hell. How long are you gonna grind? And I say grind. Grind's a really bad word. I only seem to use. I think it's not grind. It's just something you enjoy
Grind
doing.
makes it sound
Grind
sort of more like
tedious.
a chore.
Yeah. I don't like using the word grind. It's something you just got to push for and enjoy, I guess.
Thing is, streaming's very fickle as well, because you've got people that it can take months for them to get affiliates. Some people get it within a week.
Yeah. Some people might never hit it.
Exactly. Some people might never hit it. Then the same with partner. You've got people that have been grinding it. Well, not grinding it. Doing it for years.
Yeah.
I've seen people that have been like, I've been 6 years on Twitch, and I've put my first partner application in. Then you've got people that have been on Twitch less than a year, and they've put a partner application in. It's a very, very hard industry, and I think it's like that with any industry, the acting industry, music industry. You've got to, I wouldn't say be the best of the best, but find your niche in what you want to do.
I think streaming what you enjoy is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Because if you're not enjoying what you're streaming or what it is you're putting out there, then it's going to reflect on your viewers.
Oh yeah, people are going to know. I think people saw that with me when I got to, I think when I was on Xbox, and I really started not to enjoy Destiny.
Yeah.
And so I stopped playing it, and that's when I started to like branch out with games. And then I came back to Destiny, and I always enjoy Destiny. I hate it, but I enjoy it.
Yeah, and that's it. Is as long as like when you're sort of doing it and you're putting it out there that you can visit, people can physically see that you're actually enjoying what you're doing.
Yeah.
I would rather sit and watch someone play a game I don't like, but they're happy and having fun, than sit and watch someone that's playing a game and they're just like, even though I really like that game.
That's one sort of thing I had on Facebook Gaming as well. One guy came to me and said, "It's great you're doing streaming, but you're playing a game I don't like, so I won't watch you."
Yeah.
I was like, I understand that. You know, that's completely your choice. You don't need
Just
to
don't,
like you don't
yeah,
need to
just
tell
don't
me.
say it in chat. Like if you don't like what it is that people are putting out there, you don't have to watch.
Yeah. I've had people come to my chat before and say, "Well, I don't like Destiny," and I've just been like, "That's your choice." I'm going to be honest. I don't care. I do, and other people do. So
yeah. And I'm a bit of both. Like I will watch certain people for certain games, but then like yourself, and loads of other people that I've met, like Hippie and Jigs, I don't give a shit what they're playing. I'm there for them.
Yeah.
But then I'll be there to watch like certain people play certain games because I know I can learn stuff from it.
Yeah. That's like what Chunky's just said as well. I definitely watch the stream for the
Hello,
streamer.
Chunky.
That's a big thing. I mean, I'll see people playing a game that I've never heard of, and I'm not there to watch that game. I'm there to watch them.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if they're like good at the game, because I know they're entertaining. I enjoy it. But yeah, some people like I think again back to Barbie before, he was like, "What do I play?" And I'm pretty sure everyone just said to him, "Play anything you want.
Yeah.
You know, we'll come to watch you for you,
Yeah.
not just for the game."
Exactly. And I think 90% of the time I will literally be there for the streamer. There's just the very odd sort of small amount where I'll be there because I'm like, oh, I really like this game. But the streamer has to still be interactive as well. I couldn't sit there and watch somebody play a game and they're just like that. and do my nutting. But there's just just don't say that to a streamer. Like it would fucking deflate me so much if somebody turned around to me and said, "Oh, I like your content, but I don't like the game you're playing, so I'm not going to watch."
Just no need.
Just leave.
Exactly.
Like if it's not something you like, or it's not something that appeals to you, don't call the streamer out, because you don't understand what it does to a streamer's mentality when they hear that. Because you then just start like questioning everything that you're doing.
Yeah.
Even though you could have like 30 other people in your chat that's going, yeah, woo, love you, blah blah blah. That one person, you could have 10 people build you up, and one person will knock you down, and that knockdown will hit you harder than the 10 people building you up.
Yeah, I just sort of like learned to put a wall there. If people want to be like that, I'm just like, okay, that's cool, but I don't give a fuck what you think. So be gone. And then I just get on with it. But obviously it's different for everyone. Some people might not be able to do that.
Yeah.
So I'd say it's like, yeah, I've grown like a bit of a defense. So if someone comes in and says they don't like the game, that's their opinion. I don't care about their opinion. It's a valid opinion, but I don't care. It's wrong.
You're wrong, but I don't
care. It's a nice
care.
opinion, but it's wrong. So I'm just like, okay, cool. Do you want a reaction?
Yeah.
Go, leave. Don't stay. It's completely up to you. But yeah, I just think people that do that sort of thing. Just come on, I don't like
It's just the trolls that are out there, isn't it? It's just the trolls, like the want to become famous. Bitch, I'm already famous.
Want to become famous? Buy subs, follows. Goodness me. I think everyone went through a stage of literally like banning words and abbreviations.
Mate, I still have got like that want to become famous in about 60 different abbreviations banned.
And it's like symbols instead of words now.
I want to become famous. Crusher, you're already famous.
Famous sock.
I subbed 6 months to the Viking Scotsman solely because of how much I love chilling in streams. Well, thank you, Chunky.
What a guy.
What a guy. But it's just, I just come to have like fun, and I'm really good at chatting utter shit to myself, regardless if I'm playing with people or whether I'm playing a solo game.
Yeah.
But I am just like so good at chatting. Maybe it's the Scotsman in me, because Scotsmans are just fucking good at chatting utter shit. But
I used to really struggle with that when I first started. I never used to talk because I think I was just nervous.
Yeah.
So like if someone said something to me, I'd say something back. I didn't really know what to do. I was like, okay, I've decided to stream. What do I actually do?
yeah.
And now I don't even know how I sort of just did it. I think one day I was just like, if you've got no viewers, just talk.
Just talk. Just talk about anything.
Hide your viewers. Act as though you are streaming to thousands.
Yeah. Like you're talking to like a conference, but you might not have anybody there, but just pretend like you've got a conference of people there just chilling and chatting. And just, even if you just talk about like what you're doing on the game. Oh, I'm going to do this next, or I'm going to do that next, or I'm going to do this next. And then just ask the stream like random questions. Because when I first started on Lack of Skill, like I had nothing, basically had nothing watching me. It was ridiculous. And I'd be there like chatting away, playing like 7 Days to Die, and I'd be like, oh, does anybody play this? And somebody would pop up and I'd be like, oh, hey, somebody's actually there. Hey! And I get really excited that somebody was actually there to talk to. And it's just, you've just got to chat utter shit. And it can be literally about anything. As long as you're chatting and you're vibing, it can be absolutely anything.
The worst part about that, though, is it is exhausting. A lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah.
How exhausting it is. Because I think I'll usually stream for about 3 hours. And that's probably the most I talk in the day. It's for those 3 hours. I'm just like, I finish stream and I'm just like, oh.
I vibe with that mood so hard. Because the thing is, when you're streaming, though, it's not just you gaming and chatting to chat. You're watching your outputs, your mics, your sounds, you're making sure like the music is on, you've got like this, that, and the other, and you don't really think about it. Once you've sort of got into that nature now, like you're streaming, I can see my audio mixers popping up, I can see this is going on, I've got other bits going on other streams. But when you actually finish and you're just like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
fuck. That was.
I tried to do. It was actually last year on my 27th birthday. I went, I'm going to do a 27-hour stream. So, first mistake was I didn't prepare properly. I was like, energy drinks. Yeah, fuck yeah, energy drinks. All I need. Energy drinks and Pringles. Why Pringles? I don't know. I think I lasted for about 15 hours. So, which isn't too bad.
That's a
But,
good
like,
stint. Not quite your 27, but
Not quite 27, but it is just exhausting. Even just, I mean, even if you went for 2 hours, it's very tiring.
Yeah.
And like you said, like Chunks just said again, people don't
it's
realize.
how difficult it is. No, I don't.
I don't even realize I yawn on stream because I'm that exhausted.
Yeah.
Oh, what a day!
It was when I did the 24-hour stream. I put a lot of planning into it. Like I had snacks, I had energy drinks, I had like 2 big 2-liter bottles of water. My missus booked I think she was off that day, or we booked the day off so that she could make me food or bring me a bowl of cereal when I was hungry. So I was like, I think it reached 12-13 hours in and my PC crashed.
Oh,
The whole system just shut down, but my Twitch didn't register me going offline.
Oh, okay.
So I rebooted my PC. Barbie was like with me. My Discord then stopped working because my fucking Bullguard security had blocked the update for it, so I couldn't get that working. And I'm like, fuck. Do you know what? Fuck. I was so ready just to pack it in. I was like, nope.
Yeah.
But then I sort of like got stuff working again, and Twitch hadn't registered. OBS had registered and gone offline, but Twitch hadn't, so it still counted the like 5 minutes I was away. So I was like, oh yes, that means it's actually going to register as a 24-hour. But at the end of it, it got to hour 23, and I got a second wind. I was like, yeah, let's go, come on, let's do it. And then Barbie streamed with me for the whole 24 hours, and we raided a dude called Psycho Lions.
Oh yeah.
I raided with about 40, Barbie raided with about 20, and we literally broke him on stream. Like, his phone crashed, his system was going, because there was people just hyping everything up. It was absolutely brilliant. And that's one thing I would say, it's like, no matter how many people you have when you're streaming, is raid out. Find someone to raid.
Yeah. That was another thing. I remember, this was ages ago. I raided some guy, it was some German guy, and I must have raided maybe about 4 viewers, but he was like, that was my first ever raid.
Yeah.
Like, no one's ever raided me before. So like the fact that you've gone out of the way to raid me, I couldn't. He was messaging me on Instagram, so I didn't have a clue what he was saying. So I had to use Google Translate. But he was like, some people are just so humble. It doesn't matter the amount you raid with.
Yeah.
People are just so humble, and it's just so nice.
Oh, I don't mind if people raid me with like 1-2 viewers. I'm like, whoa, welcome in, raiders. Come on in, come and chill out. And then B2 raided me with 175 one stream. And I was playing Phasmo with Barbie, and she's like, do you know the head pats? And she does all that stuff. I was literally sat on stream like this.
Wow.
I didn't know what else to do. There was 175 people in my stream. Well, I was sat about 25, so it was like 190 people in my stream, and I'm like,
Yes. What do you even do?
I was like, what do I do? I was like, Barbie, help me. He's like, nope, you're on your own. I'm like, help me, Barbie, please. And my chat was just fucking legging it. I'm like, yeah, I don't even know what to say right now. I'm just gonna head pats.
That's amazing. I think that my highest raid was something like 65 viewers.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't believe it. I was like, holy shit, like, what's going on?
I just went into full panic mode. I was like,
what do I do? How do I react to this? Is there some sort of etiquette for this?
It just broke me. But I just get excited when people are like, because it's like, you're sat there, say, picture streaming is like you're sat around the table having like drinks and a party and a chat, and then 10 other people turn up that their friends brought along. You're just like, woo!
When your house party with your mates and suddenly they bring all their mates.
Yeah, exactly. And I did a 24-hour a couple of years ago, and it turned into a 36-hour. How
How
the
does that even happen?
fuck did you stream for 36 hours?
It's just wow.
Yeah, wow. Of 24 is the longest I've ever done,
I'm impressed.
and I will never ever do it again.
Longest I got to was 22 hours.
I wouldn't have
And that
got
was
through
a
the
charity
24 if
stream.
it wasn't for Barbie. I would have fucking packed it in, and my missus, I would have just been like, nope.
I'm doing a 28 one tomorrow.
28-hour stream tomorrow.
Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah, 'cause I'm 28.
Fuck, is your birthday tomorrow?
Yeah.
Can we get some love in the chat for Rywokk's
28
birthday
tomorrow.
tomorrow?
I'm not actually going to do a 28. I don't think I could. I'm just going to go for as long as I can.
Can we get a shout out so I can follow?
I don't think I could. I'm getting too old. 28 years of age. I couldn't do a 28 hour.
No.
I don't know why I decided it was a good idea last year when I was like, hey, I'm 27. I could totally do a 27-hour stream.
I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Oh, here's Shield. it's for some reason done the shout out, and then it's like I've not got the shout out on this, but it's playing it in one of the other scenes, so the audio's coming through.
One thing I am going to do though, and this was an idea I had pretty much earlier on today, and it's going to take me till I'm 29 to fully plan it. So it's going to be a year of planning for this. I'm going to give it too many details, but just know a year of planning.
A year of planning.
And it's going to be called the Rywokk Games. It's going to be held on the 16th of June every single year.
The Rywokk Games.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
It's where we all meet up and I give you all like knives and swords and I just stream it. Last one alive wins.
Yeah, can I bring my own?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna fucking go up to the Edinburgh Museum and steal the big fucking claymore sword. It's like fucking 4 foot long and just spin in circles.
Yeah, the Rywokk Games, and it's going to take a year to plan it. When I say a year, I probably won't start it for another 6 months.
It'll be 10 months of procrastination and 2 months of stress.
Exactly that. But it's something I'm thinking of doing. I think, okay, this is something different, a yearly event.
Yeah. No, that'd be cool. If you need help with planning anything, mate, give us a shout.
I probably will need help.
We'll bring the communities together, man. Because you've like, I know you've joined George's server and stuff like that, and you'll see them all in chats. Get them all involved. Make them work. They need it.
But I'm looking forward to working on something. It's one of those ideas where I think, could I do it? Is it feasible? I'll give myself a year to do it.
Do it, mate.
Definitely enough
Just
time.
do it. If you want to, if it's something you're interested in doing, something you'll enjoy doing, then do it.
But I could, it's something that I could totally like work on while I'm at work as well.
We
in the
don't
background.
need more work. We are all busy. None of you are busy. I mean, Hippie's busy because she actually works, but you all just sit in voice chats all day. Busy carrying me on siege. Has anybody got any questions for that man, Rywokk? Has anybody got any
Ask me
questions?
anything apart from that.
Very busy on siege right now. Are they all in that fucking chat already? They are. Fucking hell. Like 8 of them in there already. What's your favourite pop?
What's my favorite pop? When you say pop, do you mean like squash?
I presume like pop would be to us like
Fizzy.
yeah, like Coke and Fanta and all that sort of stuff, I believe. But oh, your Funko Pops.
Oh, my pop dolls. Probably my Baby Groot in the plant pot.
Baby Groot.
Yeah.
This is why I can't do a Q&A. I could never do a Q&A just because of this lot.
It's either Baby Groot. Oh no, it's Dancing Groot, not Baby Groot. Yeah, it's Dancing Groot, or it's the Arkham Joker.
Nice. I never got into the Funko Pop stuff. I got
just
comic
sort of
books.
accidentally bought some. Oh, okay, these are cool. And then people have bought me some. They're not all mine though. I just thought I need something to make everything look good. Yeah, I've got an Arkham Joker.
What is the meaning of life? Where the baby? Oh, how was your
Christ's sake.
tarot reading?
Oh, mate. It's fucking weird.
So they introduced you to Sparkly Coyote last night, then I take it.
Yeah. And I was sort of like, okay, I'm intrigued to see where this goes. And I was like, nah, this can't be real. Like, I think she said something like, "Oh, you've sort of been down at the down. You know, you've hit a low." I was sort of like, she doesn't know me, so she would not have known that I've just taken time away purely because I was in a shitter.
Yeah.
So like, no, this is fucking weird.
Mate, she did the same to me. I went into her stream and Barbie redeemed the tarot reading for me, and she like hit the fucking nail on the head with my life, and I'm like,
weird.
what
I was
the
like, it
fuck?
made fucking so much sense as well, though. Like, someone who doesn't know me to sort of come out with that, and I'm just like, fucking wizard.
You're a wizard, Sparkly. You're a wizard. It
Exactly.
was. She gets it fucking spot on all the time, and it's fucking scary.
Like, I even went on Twitch today just to watch it back. Like, oh my god, okay, I'm gonna have to watch this back. I don't believe what happened to me last night. I went back. I was like, okay. Fuck, this is weird. But yeah, it was good. This made me think about a few things.
20 next streaming tomorrow, tonight.
Tonight.
What time?
In what time are we on now? 4:30. In 2.5 hours.
7 o'clock.
Yeah. Well,
So-
hopefully, if my kids go to bed.
I'm a what?
Oh, a wizard.
What?
What?
Right.
If my kids decide to go to bed, yeah.
Just if your kids decide to go to bed.
Yeah. I tell them if they don't go to sleep, I'm going to tell their school teacher.
Oh, we got
They're like,
another shout out for
And
you.
then they shut their eyes.
You're gonna tell them.
Yeah,
What day is it today? Tuesday. Oh yeah.
yeah, it's Tuesday.
Oh, were they just back from school when they popped in to say hello? Were they?
Yeah. Back from school. Tell me I need
Reddit
to go clean up
salted
the dog
crisps versus beans.
food. Ready, beans all the way. Ready salted crisps.
Why
I'm
don't
sorry
you
to
get
say
your
this.
Reddit salted crisps and dunk them in your beans?
That's because people who eat ready salted crisps are nonsense.
Oh, fucking brilliant. Oh, brilliant. People, okay. I'm
I've
not.
always gone by that ideology. There's
that's
actually a clip
fantastic.
from my stream last year on the 27-hour where I told a story about my friend who eats ready salted crisps. And that I call him a nonce.
Right, on that note, we are going to end the interview here before this deteriorates anymore. I'm going to hit one of the BRB screen and we will be joining you. But everybody say thank you to Rywokk for joining us. Thank you very much, buddy, for coming on and chatting with me.
Thank you, Rywokk.